Story 1. Scanning the answers so far, blowjob is winning by an 8 to 10 margin. Swords are up there. Beef jerky gets a mention. Cuddles and appreciation are actually second after blowjobs. Chainsaws are on the list too. Story 2. My husband loves food, especially dishes that are complicated or take a long time to prepare. So I made him mango habanero aguachilles and some beef jerky. I'm driving 7 hours to deliver them to him and spend the weekend with him. He doesn't get much good food when he's out at work, and jerky is perfect to keep in his work truck for long days. Story 3. Anything that is well thought out could be anything, even a small collage or some origami. I personally have my girlfriend's love letter from 2 years ago where I work. Story 4. The fact that oral sex is mentioned only confirms that it needs to happen more often. And guys, that also means you need to give oral too. Or at least do the dishes. Story 5. The best gift is my partner not wanting a Valentine's gift herself and not celebrating the holiday at all. Edit. For those with subpar reading comprehension, my wife is the one who does not want to celebrate Valentine's Day. Not everyone likes this made-up holiday. Story 6. A good cuddle. Tell them how much they appreciate everything you do. A bottle of beer, a good match on television, and a free blowjob. My husband's ultimate Valentines. Story 7. I made my husband a Pokemon-themed gift box with all his favorite snacks. I normally do the whole get sexy thing too, but I'm working, so that's for tomorrow. Story 8. I know the joke, half-serious answer is intimate favors. But a good meal, like a steak dinner out or a movie in and cuddling, preferably with the female in a sexy or cute outfit, is appreciated. If you want to take the gift route, take note of your partner's interests like sports tickets, model building sets, cars, guns, hunting, golf, and so on. Be creative. Nothing says, I love you, like, here's some hobby stuff. Now go do something you enjoy without me. Story 9. A coupon I can redeem for a 20-minute back scratch without expecting one in return. Just let me fall asleep. Ideally, it has 3 sessions included, but the user can't use all of them consecutively. That would just be greedy. Story 10. I told my girlfriend that the only gift I want is her. That is the most complete and honest answer I can give you. I just want her to be with me and have fun and see her light up when I take her to a ballet performance later tonight. My love language is acts of service. Her presence is my present. Story 11. The best gift I ever got was a big glass jar with a hinge and clamp top. It had a tag hanging off it that read, I love you because, and inside were a bunch of little folded pieces with different reasons. Some are silly and make me chuckle, and some are sentimental. If I ever need to feel good about myself, I can always reach in and smile. Every now and then, she adds another handful of reasons. It lives on my dresser, and I see it every day. I feel lucky to have it. I also love sweets. Story 12. Affection. Most men get their own stuff, but affection and acknowledgement go a long way. The media always portray this as another time when men are the ones who are supposed to act. But let's fight against turning this into another International Women's Day. Story 13. I'm getting my husband what I give him almost every night, but this time in red lingerie or maybe just a pretty red ribbon tied into bows in strategic places. I haven't decided yet. I already brought in the holiday with a nice experience and 3 rounds. 2 before we fell asleep, and then he woke me up to the best Valentine's Day gift a girl could ask for. And so tonight he's getting all that, but dressed up nicely. And a nice massage too. The poor man has been working hard on the road for a week. He needs to be spoiled. Story 14. Favorite snacks and a card saying how much you love them and appreciate them. Could add an item they needed to replace but haven't. For example, my wife got me new AirPods because she knew my old ones broke recently and I hadn't gotten new ones yet. Story 15. Tell him how much he means to you, how proud you are of him, and that you see his effort in whatever he has currently going on. Gifts are irrelevant. Nice but not necessary. Story 16. Cigarettes, machine guns, booze, pornography, poker sets, brass knuckles, anything with the word tactical on it, power tools, and first aid kits to patch ourselves up after we cut ourselves with the power tools or if we got into fights after drinking the booze. Story 17. It's the thought. Give him something that shows you paid attention. Did he talk about something he's interested in recently? Maybe start there. Maybe he recently got into a hobby. He would probably appreciate something related to it. If nothing else, flowers and candy never hurt. Any good man would never be offended by the gesture. Story 18. Honest expression of your love. I really do not care how it manifests. It tells me you are thinking of me while simultaneously telling me a little bit about yourself. Story 19. A hummingbird guitar or a Taylor 914 CE or a Les Paul that has a very nice color. Other than that, a video game and some alone time to play the video game itself. Story 20. Just let me sit in silence for a couple of hours. We have both had full-on work weeks. Talk to me tomorrow. I gave her some chocolate this morning. Actually, now I think of it, as it's 2 a.m. the next day, I didn't get anything except the time to sit quietly by myself the last few hours. I'm happy with that. Story 21. I do not have a partner, and there is a good chance I never will. That being said, Valentine's Day is a fake, made-up commercial thing. You do not need a specific day in the year to make your partner feel loved and special. You can do that literally every single day. So if I did have a partner, I would hope to receive nothing special at all on the day. I would hope my partner would make me feel loved every day. Story 22. Just to be given attention honestly. I think I can safely say that most men aren't too open to accepting gifts very often. The once-a-year 3 to 4 gifts at Christmas suffice fine, in my opinion. Just have fun with me at the end of the day, and we're good. Story 23. Honestly, I would be happy with a little acknowledgement that I'm doing something right, even just a hug or a single piece of chocolate. Anything really. The lady did get me something nice, Kirby-related, and I'm going to live on that high for the next year. Story 24. I met my husband at the airport with a sign that said, I know you're my husband, but will you be my Valentine? With flowers and chocolate. He told me it made him feel so loved and appreciated. Story 25. Let them know that they are enough as they are. If blind consumerism is not their thing, do not make them feel like they have to engage in it on your behalf to be a good partner. Story 26. I don't waste money on stupid Valentine's crap. If you see something I like, get it and give it to me then, or save it for my birthday or Christmas. Story 27. My partner loves beef jerky and beef sticks. Last year, I found a website that did beef jerky conversation hearts. They were expensive for what I received, but my partner loved them, so totally worth it. The same website also makes meat bouquets, but that was a price I couldn't justify. So I went and bought meat sticks and beef jerky and some cookie cutters and made him one myself. He was super happy and shocked that I made it. Story 28. The freedom to not have to stress about doing anything other than spending time together on the day and having a nice meal together a couple of days before or after. Story 29. I wrote my husband a poem he enjoyed finding in his car this morning. Red are roses. Green is ivy. Big is your dick. I want it inside me. Also gave him a heart-shaped cookie that said, I tolerate you. He found both very funny and thanked me. Story 30. Food and sex. A thoughtful, sentimental gift from the heart is awesome too. But that's difficult to do right. You really can't go wrong making them a fancy meal they love and satisfying their sexual desires. At the end of the day, those are things most men will enjoy immensely. Story 31. I hope it's okay if I, a 36-year-old female, share what I did for my partner today. I helped my partner make his lunch every day this week, set up his breakfast, and wrote him some love notes. I bought him a huge bouquet of flowers. He loves receiving them, chocolates, and a new Bluetooth speaker because it's broke. He got me a dried sweet posy of flowers that I can keep in my office forever, and an amazing Polaroid printer because I've been wanting more photos of us. He also took me to my favorite restaurant for dinner. I gave him a massage and we cuddled a lot too. I'll plan on surprising him tomorrow. He's pretty damn happy though. Edited. Gender and age added. Story 32. Lamborghini, companions, and excitement obviously. All seriousness aside, in my opinion, the equivalent to romance for men is gratitude. If you appreciate your guy, I would take Valentine's Day as an opportunity to share with him why you appreciate him in your life. Include the things that make you smile, make your heart skip a beat, make you feel safe, or how he keeps you sane or why he is your person, and include the intimate things you love about him too. It does not have to be a material gift or fancy. Just speaking your truth about him while looking into his eyes will be more than enough. Story 33. I like food or video game stuff. My girlfriend got me Crocs and some snacks. I like the snacks more, but it's still a nice gesture. The best gift for me probably would have been a cool board game we could play together. I've been wanting to get a two-player game for us to play. I heard Summoner Wars was a good one for that, so I'm thinking of getting that myself later maybe. Story 34. My wife made me a book called I'm Her Lobster, where she told me all the things I do that make her feel loved, appreciated, and cared for, while telling me how much she loves me. Also, a blowjob. Story 35. A few years ago, my girlfriend at the time brought me a sandwich and a ginger ale. It wasn't Valentine's Day, but years later, I still think about that sandwich. Story 36. I got up early and picked him up his coffee order and a half dozen of his favorite donuts. And he was so happy and emotional you would have thought I saved his dog from a burning building. Just simple, sweet things to show you care and know him. Story 37. All these fancy suggestions, and here I am giving my husband the same thing every year, 24 hours of uninterrupted gaming time where I handle everything else. No guilt, no chores, just him and his games. Works like a charm. Story 38. I don't really want a gift unless I've hinted or said it. Probably watching Netflix and relaxing, where I get to pick the show or movie and don't have to feel guilty about it, or have it held over my head about how nice you were to me on this one evening. Or video games. It's probably the thing I miss most about being younger with no kids. If it leads to sex, even better. Story 39. My wife gave me the Lego Millennium Falcon set number 75192. It's a combination Valentine's Day and birthday gift. I was very pleased. Story 40. Attention and affection. Honestly, any gift is going to take a huge backseat to the joy we're having and the mission we're on. However, if the gift is something thoughtfully personalized, it will take over for a bit as I process the emotions. It's easy to recommend men stuff like a new wallet, watch, cologne, shoes, or belt, or something sports-related, either wearable or a ball itself, maybe some tickets. But speaking purely from experience and for myself, there's no practical watch I haven't already tried on or at least is on my radar, same with shoes and any other consumable, really. It's just a thing. Show us you've thought of us. Pretend to be surprised when you receive the gifts you've been hinting at the last few months. Be in the moment, and maybe add a little excitement after dinner if you're trying to spice things up. To answer the question I think you're asking, get him anything that has the same logo as his favorite sports team on it. Get him something he's been needing but not urgently needing, like don't give him a pack of light bulbs pointing out how many of his are out, but do upgrade a piece of his wardrobe saying it's something you thought he'd like and you think he'll look great in it. Make up a little coupon book of the things you imagine, or better yet, know he likes, and give it to him. More importantly, redeem the coupons when used. Story 41. Anything that shows you thought about him, and I mean literally anything. Let's say he likes video games. Get him something related to his favorite game, and he'll appreciate it not only because it's about the game he likes, but also because you paid that much attention to what he likes. It shows him you tried to get him something you knew he likes rather than picking something random and calling it a day. And like everybody else has mentioned, a special treat would be the cherry on top, and he'll remember that day for the rest of his life. Story 42. Things I've seen success in giving my husband on Valentine's Day. Flowers. He got a little teary when I gave him his first batch. Steam gift cards. Gift membership to BJ's Wholesale Club. Home-cooked steak dinner. Me dressing up in a costume. Artwork made by our children. Experiences related to his interests. Drawing him a hot bath and taking care of his beard and hair. Rubbing his feet. Men are remarkably simple. Story 43. I woke up to a basket with 2 hoodies, a pair of sweatpants, a nice button-up long-sleeve shirt, some energy drinks and protein bars, a candle, a hat, a pair of shoes, and some sweatpants. I was thrilled. I gave her a headache. Story 44. I hate how often sex comes up in the comments on questions like this. Sex shouldn't be so occasional that it's a big event requiring a holiday. Men's needs are just simply neglected most of the year. I'm not saying women owe men access to their bodies, but a married couple having sex maybe once or twice a month is insane. Story 45. I got my husband roses once, and he actually teared up a little because no one had ever gotten him flowers. He loved them, and it made him feel special. So men like flowers too. I also got him a massive box of chocolates because he loves chocolate. So that's a great choice too. Story 46. I'm a gay guy, so it might be different. But honestly, all I want is to snuggle up naked under a blanket with my man and watch a movie. Skin contact, I guess. Story 47. Married with 2 kids. It's hard to get gifts for your significant other when you share a bank account. So really, anything you would normally classify as too much or a luxury. Personally, I like snacks and beer. Sometimes my wife creates a food snack package. Those are always nice. The classic, and you can't go wrong with it, is putting a cute bow on yourself and being extra enthusiastic. I'd wager most women are generally making the first move on their men. If you want to be super fancy, hint at intimacy throughout the day with simple flirty texts, and then surprise him. Most men would feel desired and pursued. That never happens. Story 48. Hobby-related or experience-based gifts are my favorite because you can tailor them to their preferences. For example, concert or comedy tickets, bike gear, or a new tool or cool ingredient he can cook or bake with. Also, you can't really go wrong in most cases with intentional quality time and affection or intimacy.